Good morning. Good morning. Just getting myself going for the day. Sunday morning. Natural Health Sunday. Starting again for the new year. Let's get ourselves going every Sunday morning. Let's get ourselves moving. Let's get ourselves breathing. Let's work on ourselves. Let's do something for ourselves for the day. It's not about killing yourself. Do not kill yourself. It's not about killing yourself. We're not killing ourselves today. We're just getting ourselves moving. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, just getting myself going for the day, just getting myself started for the day, just getting myself moving, just getting myself breathing. You don't need a whole bunch of equipment to do this. A couple of light dumbbells is wonderful. Sometimes I use a medicine ball. Sometimes I use a Swiss ball. But we can always come up with an alternative for you if you don't have those things. You do not need to have a whole bunch of equipment to get yourself into shape. A couple of dumbbells, some light dumbbells, a couple of 5s, a couple of 8s, a couple of 10s, a Swiss ball, a medicine ball. And really what it really takes is a decision. That's what it is that gets us healthy. It's a change of mind that gets us healthy. It's like I'm making a decision. I'm going to take this positive action. I'm going to commit to it. And I'm going to get up and I'm going to follow through with my commitment to do this. I'm going to do this daily, or I'm going to do this weekly. Every Sunday morning, I'm going to commit to being here for you in our private group. Through our private Zoom link. You can join in through our private Zoom link. Come on in. Let's get her going. Let's change the year. Let's change the energy inside of ourselves with a decision to be happy, healthy, and well this year. Let's think and speak about those things. I'm just going to turn on my clock. My clock will chime every 30 seconds. So we'll know kind of how long we're doing things for. It'll help us to keep track of things around here. I'm just going to get myself started. I'm just going to get myself moving. I'm just going to get myself breathing here. I'm just going to get the engine going for the day. Good morning, brother. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Just starting up with a little bit of movement, some light exercise, some stretching, some strengthening, just bringing myself to life for the day. I'm just going to start off with a little bit of forward and backward. Just a little forward jog, backward jog. Just a little bit of light movement to start the blood flowing. Just getting the blood flowing in the body. It's really not about killing ourselves. It's really about stimulating ourselves for the day. Just starting off the day, just starting off the week. Just finishing last week, letting go of last week. And getting started with the new week, letting go of the old. And getting ready for the new, just starting again. It's a commitment that we make to ourselves. It's a commitment we need to make to ourselves each day if we want to be happy, healthy, and well. We've got to get up and make that decision again. And I tell you, if you're over 40 or 50, some days you may not feel like it. And some days you just try your best to give yourself a little bit of a push. And if you can't go as hard some days, that's okay. You just make some sort of commitment again to your best thoughts, to your best words, to your best physical actions. Here we are taking some physical action making some mental action, making ourselves get healthy and well for the new year. Let's take some positive, healthy action. Good job. So the heart's starting to pump, the body's starting to breathe. This is what it's all about. The movement gets the body breathing, and we want to tune into our breath. We want to be aware of our breath. We want to deepen our breath. We want to take conscious breaths. Our next one here, I'm dropping myself down and I'm working into my bear crawl. Just a forward and backward crawling. Carrying my weight in my hands. Carrying my body weight through my hands, through my chest and my shoulders. Carrying my body weight in my upper body. Carrying my weight through my core, through the center of my body. I'm working on myself physically. I'm working on myself mentally. I'm thinking and speaking positively about myself, about my day, about where I'm going. I'm letting go of the past. The past has no power over me unless I empower it with my thoughts and words and energy. I can let go of last week. I can let go of yesterday. And I can change my focus and my attention and put my focus and attention to where I'm going, where I want to go, and who and what I want to be. Just practicing positive thoughts and words. If we need to take a break anytime, don't feel worried about this. Just take a break anytime you need to. It's not about killing yourself. It's about stimulating yourself, and it takes a little bit of practice and habit and behavior, and if we practice it, we will only get better. Coming up from there, if everyone just shows up and does their best, then everyone's best will get better. Just come on out and do your best. If you can't make it for the live workout, then watch the recorded workout. Do it when it suits you. If you can do it a couple of times for the week, I say try to get moving and breathing 4 times for the week. I encourage people to move and breathe consciously most days of the week. Next one here, I'm going to be working on some agility. Skip over and touch. Skip over, reach over, lean over, and touch. A little bit of flexibility and strength, and a little bit of a bounce. Coming up onto my toes, bouncing, skipping over, reaching over, and touching. A little skip over, reach over, and touch. Stretch out those hamstrings, bend over at the waist. Working on my glutes, working on my hips, working on my back, my lower body, and moving the blood and the lymph around the body. With movement, with breath, I'm oxygenating my body, and I'm releasing the carbon dioxide from my body. I am getting myself going for the day. With my movement, with my thought, with my word, with my action, I am getting myself going. I am taking charge of my health for the day. Just taking responsibility for myself. This is what it's about. This is how health happens. Health happens by everyone taking independent responsibility for their health. This is how it happens. Good morning, good morning. Join in as you please. Right? We're just moving, we're just breathing, we're just getting ourselves going together as a healthy community together. Next one here, I'm dropping myself down into the plank position again. I'm crawling again. This time I'm crawling sideways, holding myself flat to the floor. I'm working on my plank. I'm carrying my weight in my hands. I'm working on my sideways crawling. Dropping down, crawling sideways. Crawling back sideways. Working on my lateral crawl. Working on my arms. Working on my legs. Working on my core. I'm working on myself. I think it's important to come to this frame of mind on a daily basis that I'm taking responsibility and I'm changing my health. And I am getting healthy. I'm working on it. This is how it happens. It happens through work, through effort. I'm in the process of becoming healthy. I am getting healthy and strong. I am getting lean, healthy, and strong. Right? It's just believing in yourself. Like if I practice working on my strength and working on my flexibility, that, you know what, I'll get better at these things. I'll get stronger and leaner. I'll lose my body fat. I'll change my energy. I'll change my mind. I'll become more happy, healthy, and positive in mind. I'll feel better. The feelings are a result of the things that I'm thinking, saying, and doing. Coming up from there, just taking positive action. Just taking positive actions for myself, with myself. Just breathing. Body's starting to warm up. We're coming to life for today. Next one, I'm working on my butt kickers, and we can go low impact, just bringing the heel towards the butt, bending the knees, stretching out through the hips, through the thighs. Or you can pick it up and you can jump it out, bounce it out if you can. We're doing the butt kickers. Work at the pace that's right for you. Take a break whenever you have to. Pause and catch your breath whenever you need. It's not about killing you. It's about getting yourself going for the day. Here we are, getting ourselves going. Picking up our energy. Working on my hamstrings. Stretching out my thighs. Getting moving. Everybody tuning into their breathing. Tuning into their own breath. And you can always slow it down anytime if you need to. Just catching your breath if you must. Next one here, I'm going to be working into my side lunge. I'm going to lean over into my side lunge. Hands to either side of the foot and step together. Bend over into one side, straighten out the leg and press together. Lean over and push together. Lean over, stretch and strengthen. Working on my hips, working on my butt, working on me. Same thing on the other side. Working on my hips, working on my butt, working on me. I am getting better. Just believing in yourself. Just giving some value and worth to yourself. Just taking care of yourself for the day. A little physical and mental wellness for the day. Good job. observation of your breath. Just seeing that your body's starting to breathe, your heart rate's going up, your body's wanting more oxygen. Just watching that. Just coming out of the busy mind and dropping down into the breath. Next one here, I'm working on my high knees. I'm getting my knees up nice and high, working through my hip flexors, getting my heart pumping, warming up through the hips, standing tall, good posture, working on the core muscles between the shoulders, all along the spine, pulling through the knees, pulling through the center of the body. If you can pick it up, we can get into a jog if you want to slow it down to that more lower impact. Or if you want to stay with the lower impact high knees, you can stay there, no trouble. If you'd like to pick it up a little bit more, you just get yourself going a little bit more. Just running, getting those knees up that way, standing tall, picking up the energy in the body, waking up, getting that blood flowing, moving the lymph through the body. This is detoxification, moving the fluids, lymph and blood through the body, and breathing. Your lungs are your biggest detoxification organ. Just moving and breathing is part of your healthy, happy healing program. We need daily movement. My next one, I'm coming down low. I'm bending my knees. I'm getting my knees underneath my hips. I'm looking out over top of my fingers. I got my head in alignment with my body. And I'm breathing. Just watching your breath. I got my knees a couple inches from the floor. Bent knee plank. Working on my thighs while I'm working on my arms and shoulders and core. Breathing and bracing through the middle of my body. Coming up from there. My next one, I'm going to be back here on my feet again. This time I'm going to be doing a little bit of bouncing around. And if you can, there's that vigorous bouncing like that. If that's too vigorous for you to jump like that, you can always just bounce across the floor this way. I'm still bouncing. But that bouncing is excellent for your blood flow. If you can get jumping, awesome. We want to change the energy, and jumping is a wonderful way to do that. We've warmed up our body, really driving the heart rate up a little higher, just bouncing across the floor. Slow it down if you like, a little lower impact bouncing if you like. Take a break if you have to, no problem. Slow down, take a break. Good job. Nice deep breaths, nice deep breaths. Come into life, come into life. Next one, I'm dropping back down. I got my bent knee plank happening again. This time I'm going to take one foot. I'm going to push the heel to the sky. Let's go on one side, 15 times, pushing the heel to the sky. The other knee close to the floor, just a couple of inches from the floor. Pushing my heel into the sky. "15 times, pushing the heel to the sky on one side. Same thing, 15 times, pushing the heel to the sky on the other side. Working on my core, working on my glutes, working on the back of my legs. I'm working on myself. I am getting better. Once you've got your 15 per side, you can get yourself up from there. Here we go again. Back up on our feet. Let's get ourselves going. Let's change our energy. Back up on my feet. I'm working on my skaters. Skating across. Working on my hips. Working on my outer thighs, my abduction, bouncing, lateral skaters. That's agility. That's change of direction. That's your balance and stabilizers, your glutes, your hips. Balance and stability. As we age, we tend to fall down. We want to try to work on our balance and our stability as we age. We don't want to lose our ability to do these things. Good job. Just breathing deeply, slowing yourself down, catching your breath, nice deep breaths. Next one here, I'm going to work on that single leg, balance and stability. I could just practice balance or stability, or if you feel like you can, hopping on one leg, really pushing that a little harder. If you can hop, awesome, and if you need to slow it down, just slow it down and work on your balance. Balance and stability. That's all through the calf, through the hamstrings, strengthening all through around the knees, the thighs, and into the glutes. Hopping is very aggressive. If you're not used to it, don't kill yourself. Same thing on the other side, single leg. Hopping, balancing, working on your stability. I'm working on myself. I'm getting fit and healthy this year. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting fit and healthy this year. It's a decision you're making, and you're practicing that decision into your reality on a daily basis. Thinking and saying those things to yourself. Next one here, I'm grabbing my ball and I've got a couple of dumbbells. I'm going to bridge myself down on my ball and I'm going to work on my dumbbell bench presses. Let's try 30 or 40 or 50 bench presses. If you don't have dumbbells, that's okay too. You could always just work on your chest muscles, stretching and strengthening your body that way. If you've got a couple of 5-10s, 10-pound dumbbells, 5s, 8s, 10s, something like this, you don't need a lot of heavy weight. If you're a little stronger, you may be able to handle 15s, 20s, 25s. Or you choose a weight that's appropriate for you. What's right for you? I'm stretching and strengthening my body. I've got my head down on the ball, so that I'm stable on the ball and supported by the ball. I push my hips up nice and high so that I'm working through the back of my legs. I'm working through my hamstrings. I got my head down on the ball so my neck is supported. I'm not straining in the neck. And I'm working through the upper body, stretching and strengthening through the chest and shoulders. Stretch and strengthen. 30, 40, 50 repetitions. If you need to take a break, just pause, take a break, and then try again. Go for a second try. If you have to break it up, no problem. Just stretching out through your chest and shoulders, working on the back of the arms, working on the upper body strength. Once you've had enough of those, we'll get ourselves up, back up on our feet, and I'm going to be working on my dumbbell snatch. Dropping my bum down and snapping my dumbbell up over my head. Dropping my butt down, snapping my dumbbell up over my head. Let's see, 15 dumbbell snatches on one side, or 5 or 10. Just do what's right for you. Don't kill yourself. I'm not trying to kill you here. Do what's right for you. Don't worry about anybody else or what they're doing or how much they're doing. You do what's right for yourself. It's about tuning into yourself for the day. Each one of us tuning into our own moving and breathing, our own thoughts and words. Taking charge of our health. With our thinking, with our speaking, with our imagining, with what we're bringing into our life, with where we place our attention, our focus. We are creators. Are we creating health or are we creating sickness, illness, and disease with our life? Are we worrying about our health? Or are we taking charge of our health? And we do this in each moment. In each moment we are either worrying and creating fearful things in our life, creating disease, or we are loving ourselves and our moment, thinking happily about what we want to create, taking positive action. 5, 10, 15 snatches on each side. And then if you can, I'm dropping back down to my ball again for a second set. And if you don't need a second set, that's okay too. You can always take a break or take a stretch or have a drink, a sip of water. But if you would like to go for a second set, let's come back for a second set of bench presses and a second set of snatches. Another 30, 40, 50 bench presses. How many is right for you? Give yourself a second set for the day, pushing. If you need to make a little modification, that's not a trouble, no problem. Just make a little modification for yourself. Do what's right for you. It's just getting yourself moving for the day. Some bench press again, another pushing practice. Another set of pushing for those pushing muscles. And then I will get myself up again and go for a second set of snatch practice. Bending my knees, dropping my butt, lifting through the legs and through the arms and shoulders. Strengthening in the upper body and the lower body. Flexibility, stretch. Strength, stretch and strengthen. Bend and extend. 5, 10, 15 snatches a second set on each side. And then I'm going to work on my walkout push-up. Just going to walk myself out and push up and walk back and stretch out. Walk out. If you can't do push-ups, maybe you could do little push-ups, or maybe you can do some knee push-ups. If you can't do the push-up with the walkout, you could just work on your walkouts and your walk back and stretch out. If you practice, if you come and practice each week, if you practice daily, these things will get better. By the end of the year, you'll be surprised how much stronger you will get. Just practicing physical wellness and mental wellness. Just practicing it every day. You will get incrementally better as you go. Whatever you practice, you'll get better at. I promise. Just practice happiness and health and love and joy and watch. You'll get better at that too. It just happens over time, through practice. All things get better. All things fix. All things heal. The body is a self-healing organism. You just have to stop the things that are making you unhappy, unhealthy, and unwell. Just change your habit and behavior. Begin a new positive, happy, healthy habit and behavior, and it will fix. It doesn't happen overnight. It's not like you just change and all of a sudden it's fixed. No, it needs to become a new habit, a new behavior. It needs to become a new lifestyle, a new way of being. You have to believe in it. It comes through practice. This is how we believe all things, through repetition. Next one here, I am working on my military press. Straight up over my head, straight up over my head. Let's try 20, 30, or 40 of those. What can you do? Alternating sides, pressing over the head. Thirty, 40 over the head presses, and then I'm going to try 30 to 50 alternating arm curls. 30 to 50 alternating arm curls, working on the front of my arms. 30, 40, 50 alternating arm curls. Working on the front of the arms. 30, 40, 50 arm curls. Nice arms.
Beat you, John. You got that. Watch this.
You can't beat me though.
Oh, here we go.
Just wait.
Next one here, I'm working into the back of my arms. 2 dumbbells at the same time. If 2 dumbbells at the same time is a little bit too much, you can do 1 dumbbell at a time. I'm working on 15 tricep kickbacks. I'm working on the back of my arms. 15 straightening out my arms and toning up my triceps. I'm working on my arms. I'm working on myself. I am getting better. Same thing on the other side. I got the other leg forward. So I'm in my lunge, so I'm in my crouch in the lower body, bending my knees. I'm working through my legs. And I've got both of my arms. I'm working through the back of my arms. I'm working through my legs and my arms. 15 kickbacks with one leg forward. 15 kickbacks with the other leg forward. And then we'll try a second set of all of those. We'll try an over the head press, alternating arms, another 30 of those. We'll try an alternating curl for the front of my arms, shoulders, second set, arms, second set, front and back of my arms. Another 30 over the head press, alternating military press, a second set, alternating curl, another 30, 40, 50 curls, and a second set working on the back of my arms as well, working on my kickbacks. Second set for shoulders and arms, toning up my arms. Oh, I'm going to have such nice arms this year. I'm going to be lean and strong and fit and healthy. Just taking positive action, physical action, mental action, speaking positively about where I'm going, where I want to go. My next one, I'm back for a second set of curls and then a second set of kickbacks. Another 30, 40, 50 curls, second set, and another 15 kickbacks. 2 dumbbells at the same time if you can. Tricep kickbacks. 2 dumbbells at the same time. Second set for the back of my arms, second set for the front of my arms. Lower body, upper body strengthening. And there we go with the vigorous part of our workout. We've done the strengthening part. Let's work on a little bit of lengthening of the body now. We've invigorated the body. We've moved the blood and the lymph through the body. We've agitated the body. We've gotten the body breathing. We've moved blood and lymph through the body. We've excited ourselves for the day. And then we'll move into a little bit of flexibility, a little bit of energy. Moving the energy through the body. Just becoming aware of the energy within the body. The life force energy of the body. We've just stimulated that energy inside of ourselves. Now we're just going to be with that energy. Just breathing. Just focusing on our breath. And working through some positions to lengthen out those muscles. And just sitting in a position and allowing the body to lengthen out and allowing the energy to move through the body. Just letting go. Here I am just bending over, getting started with my hamstrings and my lower back. Just flexing over and letting go through the back of my legs. Letting go through my lower back. hanging my head over, hanging over, stretching out, lengthening out my body. Just breathing. Just letting go. Letting go of what I don't need anymore. Letting go of last week. Letting go of last year. And getting into the happy, healthy energy of today and tomorrow and the new week and the new year that I'm stepping into and embracing. Coming up from there, I'm reaching up over my head, working on extension, the other side, flexion and extension. Just reaching up, straightening out my spine, breathing deeply, allowing the energy to move through my body, opening myself up as wide as I can, opening up my arms, opening up my chest and shoulders, letting go of any tightness, any blockage, any resistance in my body and life. I am letting go of anything that's blocking me. I don't need any of it anymore. I am releasing it. I'm letting it all go. Letting go of the past. Getting ready for the future. Adding some balance. You could take one leg up. Standing on one leg, balancing, and just breathing. Just tuning into yourself. Just listening inside of you to the energy that we've just stirred within ourselves. Just being with that energy now. And the same on the other side. Balancing. Letting go through the chest and the shoulders. We hold tension in our neck and our shoulders. Letting go of tension that we're holding in our neck and shoulders. Balancing and breathing. Next one, I'm balancing again, only this time I'm stretching through the thigh, working on my quad stretch, the front of my thigh, opening up through my chest and shoulders, breathing and balancing there. And the same thing on the other side. Stretching my thighs. Good job. Lunging forward. My back foot's on the toe. In the front, I've got my hands to either side of my front foot. To the inside of my front foot. My hands, I'm straightening out my back leg. I'm straightening out my back knee. Just breathing there. Just being present with the body. Just being present with yourself. Where do you feel tightness in your body? Just leaning into the blockage, leaning into the resistance, recognizing that what's tight in the body originates as a tightness in the mind. And we can address it in the body, or we can address it in the mind. That there are two ends inside of ourselves. Same thing on the other side. Just letting go. Just straightening out my leg. Just releasing. Just breathing. Nice straight back leg. Just being present. Where do you feel tightness in your body? Where do you feel blockage in your body? Just letting go of what's tight. Just letting go of what's blocked. Just breathing. Just being present with yourself, checking in with yourself. Where do you feel tightness in your body? We're not really supposed to have this tightness in our body. We've gotten tight from sitting. We've gotten tightness and weakness in the body. We can let it go. Down in my low squat next. I've got my feet flat on the floor. I want to work on my flexibility in my inner thighs. I want to work on the flexibility in my hips. I want to let go through the lower back. Just being down low in the squat. Letting go through the hips and the back. Just breathing. Just being present with yourself. Just tuning into you. Tuning out all the noise around you and tuning into the power and energy that you have within you. This is your choice, your focus, your attention. Coming up from there, I'm coming back up to some balance and extension in my body. Extending out, lifting my back leg, straightening out as best I can, straightening out my arms, working through the back of my body, stretching and strengthening and breathing. Same thing on the other side. Other leg lifts to the back, pointing your toe in the back, straightening out my arms, stretching, strengthening. I am getting healthy. I am getting well. I am working on myself. I am getting better. Good job. Next one here. I'm going to sink into my legs a little bit. And I'm going to lift up and look up. Straighten out my arms. I'm extending through my upper body. I'm flexing through my lower body. It's whole body strength and flexibility. Balance and stability. Breathing. Same thing on the other side. Other leg to the front. Sinking down into those legs, lifting up through the upper body, working on myself. Breathing. Excellent. Next one here, I'm putting my hands down and I'm stretching out through my calves. I'm pushing one heel down. I'm stretching out through the ankle. I'm pushing the other heel down. I'm stretching out through the ankle. And then I'm putting both of my heels down and working on my downward dog. Straightening out my arms, pressing through the neck and shoulders. Letting go through the upper neck and back. Releasing through the back of my body. Tuning into myself and my breath. Just coming to the moment. Just coming to the present. Just being with me right here and right now. Downward dog. And my next one, I'm grabbing my mat here. And I'm getting my hands up at the front of my mat. I put my knee between my hands. And then I'm folding over. I'm working on my pigeon. Folding over, I'm letting go of tension in my hips and my thighs and my lower back. Physical and emotional waste gets trapped at the cellular level inside of our body. In our hips, in our back, in our shoulders, in our neck, in the lymphatic, in the lymph nodes, in the lymphatic system. There's physical waste, there's emotional waste in there. Letting go of the blockages in my body, in my mind, I am releasing, I am letting go. Same thing on the other side. Other knee comes out between the hands. I'm stretching through the hips and the back. I'm letting go. I'm releasing what's trapped in my body. Emotional and physical and mental waste. I'm letting go of the emotions I no longer need. I'm letting go of the thoughts and words that are no longer supporting my goals. I'm changing my habits. I'm changing my behaviors. I am getting better. I am getting healthy. I am going to be well this year. And then I'm dropping my knees down and I'm extending my spine. I'm letting go through my abdomen. I'm letting go through my lower back. I'm extending up my body. Nice deep breaths. And then I'm going to push myself back. And I'm going to be working into my lower back and my hips, my knees and my thighs. This is the child's position. Just checking in with my inner child for the day. Bringing my head down to the mat, letting go through my neck, letting go through my shoulders, letting go through my hips. Just watching my breath. Coming up from there to my knees. I've got one hand back. I'm reaching back. I'm reaching up over my head. One hand reaching back, opening up and breathing. Same thing on the other side. One hand reaching back, reaching up and breathing. If you can put both of your hands back at the same time, that's wonderful. If you have to do one hand at a time, that's wonderful too. Do what's right for you. Do what's best for you. Just extending myself fully. Just breathing. Just allowing the energy within me to move through me freely, without obstacle, without resistance. And after that very deep extension, we'll come back to our butts and some flexion to offset it. Just sitting on my butt, reaching forward, grabbing for those toes, stretching out through the back of the legs, stretching out through the lower back, stretching out through the calves, letting go through the neck and shoulders, just breathing. And then lying back, if you can, getting your feet up over your head. If you can't do that one, you can always do an alternative, just sitting on your butt, reaching for one side or reaching for the other side. If you can get your feet up over your head, I encourage you to do that. That's great for your blood flow, for the lymphatic system and drainage through the lower body, through the limbs, through the lower body, just letting gravity work in your favor a different way in your body. If you can, wonderful to try to get your feet towards the floor over top of your head. If you can, letting go through your neck and shoulders, letting go through your lower back, letting go through the hamstrings. Just breathing and trying to find a little bit of comfort and ease in your body and your mind and with your breath. Unwinding from there, I'll just twist myself, letting go through my lower back, through my glutes there. Letting go with a twist and some breathing there. I am releasing what I no longer need. I am letting go of the thoughts and words I don't need anymore. I am letting go of my old habits and behaviors. I am releasing all things that no longer serve me and my goals. Just speaking positively to myself. Same thing on the other side. Just believing in the power within me. I believe in the power within myself. I believe I am valuable and worthy and powerful. I believe I can heal myself with my thoughts and words, with my intentions and my imagination. In each moment, I believe I have power available to me, and I can direct my power appropriately. Coming back to my back, bringing the soles of my feet together. I can open up my inner thighs. I can open up my hips, laying on my back, opening my knees, just breathing. Just breathing, just believing in myself. Just believing I am good. I am good enough. I am good enough for my life. Straightening out the legs. And finishing off our workout today with a little bit of mindfulness or meditation. Wonderful way to start the day or end the day, both if you can. This is the best way to reprogram the subconscious mind with some positive thoughts and words. We've just inspired our body with movement and ideas. It's a wonderful time to just sit with yourself for just a couple of minutes Just observation of yourself. Just watching the breath. No judgment of yourself. I am not good or no bad judgment. Only positive judgment of yourself. I am good. Just decision making. I am good enough for my life. I am good. I am love. I am healthy. I am love at my nature. I am health by my nature. Just coming to my natural being. Just being present. Just observation of the breath. It's a wonderful time to work on deepening and lengthening your breath. If you can work on breathing in deeply and holding your breath as long as you can. Breathing out fully and holding your breath as long as you can. Trying some conscious breath work. Just 3 sets. Your biggest inhale, hold. Your best exhale and hold. Just some conscious breath to finish it off. And there you have it. A full body workout, some stretching, some strengthening, some breathing, some affirmation, some positive thoughts and words and actions. A workout for the week, a little fitness and wellness for your week. Practice it. Can you do it a second time? Can you get 3 or 4 of those into your week? Just practicing health and wellness. Just rising each day and moving in that way. Starting your day in the very best way that you can. Have yourself a super week. I'll see you next week every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Natural Health Sunday. Tune in through the private group in the links. Thank you. Have yourself an awesome day. I love you.